Welcome to Himani Coaching Center. We are committed to simplify concepts and amplify confidence of all the students who are watching our videos. Today we are going to do some important questions on quadratic equation for CBSE and ICSE class 10 students. So let us look at the questions. The question says find the value of m for which the equation m plus 4x square plus m plus 1x plus 1 equals 0 has real and equal roots. Now this question generally comes for a 4 marker. Okay, this would be a 4 marker. So as a step, the first step is we have to write comparing with ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 because that's the standard form of quadratic equation. Now a is what? Coefficient of x square. So which is m plus 4 here. So a is m plus 4. And b, which is coefficient of x, which is m plus 1. So that is m plus 1. And c equals 1. Okay, constant is 1. See, all are positive, so we are taking the positive values. If the sign was negative, we will take negative. Now it says the quadratic equation has real and equal roots. Now this is one thing which we have to remember, that for real and equal roots. Okay, what is the condition? The condition is that b square minus 4ac should be equal to 0. Now let us put b as m plus 1. So let us write it here. So I want to now solve. Just let us minimize this. You will have to note this down and then do the next step, which now I will do here. So I will do m plus 1 the whole square, that is b square, minus 4 times a, which is m plus 4, times c, which is 1, and that should be equal to 0. Now m plus 1 whole square is a plus b whole square, yeah, so which is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So just keep that thing in mind. So it should be m square plus 1 square, which is 1, plus 2ab, which will give us 2m. Now minus 4 times 1 is a minus 4, minus 4 into plus m is a minus 4m, minus into plus is a minus, and 4 into 4 is this, so we get this. Now we can see that we have 2m minus 4m like terms and 1 minus 16, so let us rewrite the equation. So we get m square minus 2m minus 15, which is equal to 0. Okay, now in order to solve this, what should we do? We can do middle term splitting. Product is what? Coefficient of m square, which is 1, times constant, which is minus 15. So minus 15. Sum, which is coefficient of x, is minus 2. Now what is our job? Find factors of 15 so that product is minus 15 and sum is minus 2. So if we do 5 and 3, so if I do minus 5 plus 3, I will get minus 2. Yes. Minus 5 into plus 3, will it give me minus 15? Yes. So we are sorted. So now let us do that. So this becomes m square minus 5m plus 3m minus 15, which is equal to 0. Okay. Again, let me just create some space and solve this equation here itself. So we'll minimize this and come back. Let us use different color. Now I can take m common. So it is m minus 5. Then I take 3 common. I again get m minus 5 equals 0. Then our m minus 5 times m plus 3 equals to 0, which gives me what? Either m minus 5 is 0 or m plus 3 is 0, which will give us m equals 5 or m equals minus 3. So this is how we solve this question. Okay, you can pause the video and note the working. Okay, also in order to understand better, you can rewind and watch this again. It is highly recommended that you do these questions yourself with pen and paper. Okay, just watching the solution on screen never helps. You have to do it yourself. Now let us go to the next question, and while I am erasing this, it's a request. If you're watching the channel for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon. If you are liking the video, do press the like button and share the video with your friends, and watch the video till the end to get the most of the benefit for this class. Now, let us look at the next question. It says find the value of k for which equation 4x square plus 8x minus k has real roots. Again, the step is same. If I compare it with ax square plus bx plus c equals 0, a is coefficient of x square, which is 4, b is coefficient of x, which is 8, c is the constant, which is minus k. Now, we know that for real roots, okay, for real roots, the equation is, the condition is b square minus 4ac should be greater than or equal to 0. See, if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, we will have real and distinct roots. That means there would be two solutions. And if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, we will have same solution. Okay. So the question is real roots. Okay. It is not saying real and unequal root. If they had said real and unequal roots, we will solve for b square minus 4ac greater than 0. Since it is saying real roots, so we have to take into account both the situation, real and real and equal. So now b square is 64 minus 4 into 4 into minus k. So let us do that, 4 into 4 into minus k, which is greater than or equal to 0. So we get 64 plus 16k, which is greater than or equal to 0. So 16k is greater than or equal to minus 64, or k is greater than or equal to minus 64 by 16, which gives us k is greater than minus 4. Okay. Now let us look at the second question. The question is, if minus 2 is a root of equation, which is this equation, 3x square plus 7x plus p equals 1, find the value of p. Then once we are done with this, now find the value of k, so that roots of the equation k square plus k times 4x plus k minus 1 plus p are equal. So what is the job? First we have to find the value of p. See, if minus 2 is a root of equation, it means what? That you replace x with minus 2 and it will satisfy the equation. So let us do that. Since it says minus 2 is the root of the equation, so we will do 3 times replace x with minus 2. So 3 into minus 2 square plus 7 times minus 2 plus p, which is equal to 1. Now minus square is a plus and 2 square is a 4. So 3 times 4 plus into minus is a minus, and plus p equals 1. We will get 12 minus 14 plus p equals 1, which will give us minus 2 plus p equals 1. Transpose minus 2 to other side, it becomes plus, so p is 3. So we have figured out that the value of p is 3. So we are going to replace this with 3 in the next equation. So now let us go to the next part. Here, first thing is we have to rewrite the equation. So the equation is this: x square plus k times 4x plus k minus 1. And now p is 3, okay, because they are saying plus 3 and we got the value, so plus 3 equals 0. Now we have to first simplify this because we need the quadratic equation in terms of ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. So let us do that. So x square, now k times 4x will give us 4kx. K times k is just k square, k times plus into minus is a minus, so minus k plus 3 equals 0. Now let us compare the equation with ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. A is coefficient of x square, which is 1. B is coefficient of x, which is 4k. Okay. And C is this entire constant because k is some number. Okay. So C is equal to k square minus k plus 3. Now, what is the condition that roots of an equation are equal? We have to use b square minus 4ac equals 0. Let us do that. So b square, so 4k whole square minus 4 times a is 1, and so I can just not write it. I write it directly. So 4ac, that should be equal to 0. 4k square is a 16k square Minus 4 into k square would be minus 4k square. Minus 4 into minus k. So minus into minus is a plus. 4k minus into plus is a minus, and 4 times 3. See, students, you would notice that I deliberately say minus times plus. This is the dialogue which should happen in your mind when you are solving the question. Because in maths, first thing, very, very important is the sign of the number, whether we will get plus or minus. And that's where most of the silly mistakes happen. So make it a habit of having this dialogue when you are doing the question. Okay, now we have to just solve this. So again, let me just minimize it to get some space. So I am doing this. Now 16k square minus 4k square is 12k square plus 4k minus 12, which is equal to 0. All the numbers are divisible by 4. So let us divide, because 0 divided by 4 anyways would be 0. So I get 3k square plus k minus 4, which is equal to 0. So we have to now solve this. Okay. So I will just erase this part or minimize this part. So, and I will, go up and solve this equation. So let me keep it here and let us solve this part. Okay. So I have 3k square plus k minus 4, which is equal to 0. What is the product coefficient of k square, which is 3 times constant, which is minus 2, okay, minus 4, which is minus 12, and sum is coefficient of k, which is 1. See, the factors are 4 and 3 only, but I need plus k, so I will do plus 4 minus 3. Now, plus 4 minus 3 will give me plus 1, plus 4 into minus 3 will give me minus 12. So we are sorted. So let us do this. So 3k square minus 3k plus 4k minus 4 equals 0. Take 3k common, it is k minus 1. Let us take 4 common, k minus 1. So we get k minus 1 times 3k plus 4, which is equal to 0. Now, as per zero product rule, what should happen? We should say either k minus 1 is 0, which will give us k equals 1, or 3k plus 4 equals 0, which will give us 3k equals minus 4, k equals minus 4 by 3. Okay, so again, students, watch the video again and solve these questions yourself. Thank you for watching the video.